Sahana vavatu sahanau bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahai tejasvinavadhitamastu mavid vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. So we have seen in the last class, Atyanta Vairagyavataha Samadhihi. One who has got that Atyanta Vairagya, total dispassion towards all things worldly, he alone can attain this Samadhi state. Samahitasyaiva Dridabodhaha. Only when you reach the Samadhi state, then Dridabodhaha. You will have that firm knowledge about oneself. Prabuddha tattvasya hi bandha muktihi. One who has got firm knowledge about oneself, one who is awakened, he alone is qualified for that mukti padam, bandha muktihi. Muktatmanaha nitya sukhanubhutihi. And one who is liberated alone, he is qualified for nitya sukha anubhutihi. Means unbroken bliss. So therefore, everything starts with Vairagya and ends with absolute bliss. So Vairagya is what? Withdrawing from the worldly things, worldly pleasures. So that will lead you to where? Absolute bliss. So in fact, we all want only happiness, joy, bliss. But when we search in the world outside, it is always fleeting and not satisfying. So when you search within, it is really infinite and very, very fulfilling. So that is why Vairagya. So we are giving up petty pleasure for the highest gain. So that is how we have to convince our minds. We are giving up for the highest gain. But when will I have that highest gain? I don't see it anywhere near. That's where mind will argue. So you are talking about highest bliss and all, that's fine. But when? We are not sure. So, kaila irukradha vittu parakradha pidippanen. Meaning, a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush in solluvaanga. Like that, now you have got this pleasure, enjoy. And you say you give up everything and somewhere, sometime you are going to enjoy that bliss. Who knows? That's how mind will argue. See, it's not easy with the mind, you know. So you can convince everybody, not your own mind. That is the problem. So, by God's grace, by Guru's grace, if you can really work for this, then this is the highest. And this is everlasting, permanent, nityaha. So that is why Vairagyam is very, very important. So, now moving on. Vairagyanna param sukasya janakam Pashyami vashyatmanaha Tachet shuddhataratma bodha sahitam Swarajya samrajya duk Ye dadvaramajastra mukti yuvatehe yasmat tvamasmat param sarvatra spruhaya sadhatmani sadha prajñam kuru shreyase vairagyanna param sukasya janakam pashyami vashyatmanaha tachet shuddhataratmabodhasahitam shuddhataratmabodhasahitam swarajya samrajya dhuk ye dadvaramajastra mukti yuvatehe yasmat tvamasmat param sarvatra spruhaya sadhatmani sada prajñam kuru shreyase vairagyan na param sukasya janakam pashyami. More than vairagya, there is nothing in this world which can give you the real happiness. Sukasya janakam. Janakam means that which gives. So there is nothing like vairagya which can give you real happiness in this world. So only by renouncing the false, meaning the fleeting pleasures, the bhoga here, that will lead you to the highest bliss. So there is nothing like vairagya. Vairagyad na param sukasya janakam pashyami. For whom? Vashyatmanaha. Only for the one who has got the senses and mind under his control. Otherwise, this vairagya is torture. See, if one is not having his senses and mind under his control, if he has got so much of vasana, so much of desires, for him, vairagya sometimes turn out to be a torture. But vashyatmanaha, one who has got senses and mind under his control, for him there is nothing like vairagya which can give him real happiness. Vairagyatna param sukasya janakam pashyami. Tachet shuddhataratma bodha sahitam. If it couples with the shuddhataratma bodha, with the true knowledge of the self, Shuddha means pure. Shuddha Taratma Bodha. If it is coupled with the real true knowledge of the self, Swarajya Samrajya Dhuk. It can give you the Swarajya Samrajyam. Means the self-realization, which is like Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu means what? Which gives you everything, whatever you wish. So nothing like that. So Vairagyam, when it is coupled with Nija Bodham, means the true knowledge of the self, that is Swarajya Samrajya Dhuk. Yeda Dwaram Ajastra Mukti Yuvatehe. And this is the entrance point, Dwaram, for what? Ajastra Mukti Yuvatehe. Ajastra means what? Ever young. Mukti Yuvatehe. Here Mukti is compared to young girl, damsel, or Mahalakshmi, whatever. Yuvatehe. So this is the gateway to that Mukti, which is ever fresh, like a young damsel or Mahalakshmi. Yasmat tvam asmat param sarvatra aspruhaya. Therefore now you have to give up all the desires for the unreal, for the fleeting, and for the alpa. So sarvatra aspruhaya. By giving up all these desires, for what? Shreyase, for your own good, for your own highest good, giving up all these petty pursuits. Sadhatmani, sada prajnanam kuru. In your own self, you Abide, prajnanam kuru, prajnam kuru. Prajnam kuru means may you place or may you fix the buddhi. Prajna means here buddhi. Fix your buddhi in the heart always. Sada, sadatmani means in the self, you always fix the buddhi, fix the mind. So for your own sake, not for anybody else, for your own good, shreyase, you give up the external pursuits and now prajnam kuru. Sadatmani sada prajnam kuru. Always remain in the heart, in the Atma, the self. That alone is highest shreyas. See, idu mari yaar solluva namakku. With so much of love, with so much of compassion, Acharya Shankara is saying. See, this Vairagya alone is a giver of supreme happiness, not the worldly pleasures. So therefore, when it is coupled with the true knowledge, then you are there. Mukti Samrajyam. So therefore, for your own good, give up this. Spruha, spruhaya means this craving for something external. And then abide always in the self. Odangiru. So, prajnam kuru. May you remain always fixed in the self. Always rooted in the self. So, this is the highest shreyas for you. How beautiful. Asham chiddhi vishopameshu vishayeshu. Chiddhi vishopameshu vishayeshu. Yeshaiva mrutyo kritihi. Where is your book? See, this is not right. When you come for the class, you have to come as a good student with the book. See, how much of time it will take for you to pack the book?
I thought as a you need not to work like that.
But you have to follow the verses, na? See, this is not the lakshana of a good student. Okay, you are going to your house, I agree. But packing the book, how many minutes it will take? It will take 2 seconds? Okay, anyway. Asham chiddhi vishopameshu vishayeshu. Vishayeshu yeshaiva mrutyo kritihi. Tyaktva jati kulashrameshu tyaktva jati kulashrameshu bhimatim. Tyaktva jati kulashrameshu abhimatim munchadi durat kriyaha. Munchati durat kriyaha. Dehadavasatityajatmadishanam. Jatmadishanam prajnam kurushvatmani. Kurushvatmani tvam drashtasya malopi nirdvayaparam. Drashtasya malopari brahmasi yadvastutaha. Asham chiddhi vishopameshu vishayeshu. Chiddhi vishopameshu vishayeshu yeshaiva mrutyo kritihi. Tyaktva jati kulashrameshu abhimitam. Jati kulashrameshu abhimatim munchadi dhurat kriyaha. Dehadavasatityajatmadishanam. Satityajatmadishanam prajnam kurushvatmani. Tvam drashtasya malopi nirdvayaparam. Brahmasi yadvastutaha. Asham chiddhi, give up desire. Vishopameshu vishayeshu. These vishayas, these objects, they are like visha only, like poison. Why? See, the snake bite is dangerous only when it bites you. But this sense objects, even when you look at it, the poison goes to your head. That's what we have seen in Vivekachudamani. this poison of the sense object, it need not go into your system. Just by looking at it, you go mad. It goes to your head. So therefore, Vishopameshu Vishayeshu. So this is like a poison. So give it up. Mrityoho kritihi. This is like death. You know why? Because it makes you to forget yourself. So pramadaha mrityuhu. Sanat Kumara said, na? Pramadam only is the mrityu. Pramada means forgetting yourself. So it makes you to forget yourself, which is equivalent to mrityu, which is death. So therefore, give up this sense indulgences, pursuit of the sense objects, which are like poison. Tyaktva jati kulashrameshu abhimitim munchadi durat kriyaha. And give up all this abhimanam towards one's own jati, kulam, varnashramam, etc. And I belong to this kulam, this gotram, all this abhimanam, give it up, because this is beyond. Clear? Jati niti kula gotra durakam nama rupa guna dosha varjitam. So that is such a wonderful self it is. You don't belong to any of these things. You are supreme self, which cannot be defined. So therefore, give up all the identification. Means abhimatim means what? This identification with all these cheap, petty things. See, in the social setup, see, these things are there for the smooth running of the society. But you should not get caught into this. See, you may go by it, but heart of the heart, you are beyond all these things. So therefore, tyaktva jati kulashrameshu abhimatim munchadi durat kriyaha. And whatever associated activities with respect to these jati, kula, varna, all those things, munchadi durat, ati durat, you keep it away. It is not for you. You are the seeker. So don't get caught in all these things. Dehada asati tyajat atma dishanam. And dehadi, in the body, etc., means body, mind, etc. Tyaja atma dishanam. Give up the attitude that I am that. Meaning I am the body, mind, etc. Prajnam kurushva atmani. And may you abide in the self always. You know why? Tvam drashta. You are the seer. And amalaha. You are pure. Nirdvayaha. You are non-dual. Param brahmasi vastutaha. In fact, you are brahma tattvamaku. You are brahma tattva. Not this body mind. So therefore, do not shrink yourself. Do not become small. You are that brahma tattvam, which is infinite, which is pure, ever pure. And you are the seer, always the seer. Seer means what? Parpan in Tamil. Parpanargal சொல்லி கேலி பண்ணுவாங்க, ஏசுவாங்க இல்லையா? Parpan means what? The seer. So, you are that. So, unless you turn within by giving up all the sense objects, not identifying with the jati, kula, etc., and go beyond the identification with the body, mind, you cannot abide in the self. So, in these 4 lines, beautifully he has said everything. Because you are that Brahma Tattvamakum. You are that Brahma Tattvam. You are not this body, mind, personality. Give up the identification. Adan dharidram. Give it up. Tvam drashtasi amalaha api nirdvaya param brahmasi. You are that supreme Brahman, the self. And how it is? Yad vastutaha means in reality you are that. But somehow you have identified with all this nonsense and you have become this miserable entity and always, running after the world, begging for some pleasure. Where you are the embodiment of all bliss. Being that, how shameful you are running after something for a petty pleasure. How sad it is. See, how sad it is. So, give up all this wrong identification and identify with your true self, which is supreme. Now, after this, we are moving on to the next chapter. Meditation, the technique. Swamiji, all this time what we have studied, is it not meditation? Samadhi Abhyas also is meditation only. But here, the special title is given, meditation, the technique. Without title, you have to give some title, na? So, I don't know whether Gurudev has given this or somebody else has given, I don't know. Lakshye Brahmani Manasam Dhrudadaram Samstapya Bhahendriyam Swasthane Viniveshya Nischalatanuhu Chopeksha Dehastitim Brahmatmaikyamupetya tanmayataya Chakanda Vrutyanisham Brahmanandara Sampribhatmani Mudha Ndara Sampibhatmani Mudha Shunyai Kimanyai Bhrisham Lakshye Brahmani Manasam Dhrudadaram Sanstapya Bhahendriyam Swasthane Viniveshya Nischalatanuhu Chopeksha Dehastitim Brahmatmaikyamupetya tanmayataya Chakandya Vrutyanisham Brahmanandara Sampibhatmani Mudha Shunyai Kimanyai Bhrisham. Aha, it's like Amrudam only. See, if you understand the word by word meaning, it is like Amrudam only. See, Bharadiyar says, Sendamil Nadenam Podinile inba Ten Vandu Payudu Kadinile. Like that, when you read this verse, Ten Vandu Payudu Kadinile, it is nectar only. See what he says? Lakshye Brahmani Manasam Dhrudadaram Samstapya. In that goal, that is the Brahma Tattvam, may you Dhrudadaram firmly Manasam Samstapya. May you firmly place the mind in that Brahma Tattvam, that goal called as the Brahma Tattvam. Bhahendriyam Swasthane Viniveshya. And all the Bhahendriyam, the sense organs, Swasthane, in its own place, keep it in its own place. Meaning don't allow them to roam around in the world. Swasthane means wherever it is, let it be there. Swasthane Viniveshya. Nischala Tanuhu. While sitting in meditation, do not move. Tanuhu means the body. Do not move the body. May you sit Achalaha, not moving, not shaking, not bending forward or going behind. See, these are the things, Some people I have seen in Ramanashram, I don't know what happened to them. They go on doing like this while sitting in meditation. I don't know how they can do that. And some people have got some funny habits while meditating also. So don't shake your body. Try to keep it stiram, firm, without moving. And upekshya dehastitim. And then don't too much worry about this body. Meaning what? Sometimes it will be all right. Sometimes there will be some problem here, there. So do not too much worry about this body. Yes, you have to attend to it when it is seriously ill. No doubt about that. You need this body even for sadhana. But chumma papar thinking about the body, worrying about it. So upekshya dehastitim. Let the prarabdha take care of the body. You don't too much worry about it. Otherwise, we get lost only in this. Something happens somewhere, hey, what is this? What is that? Because we are so worried about, our existence. We want to live long, healthy. If the prarabdha is such, you can live long, healthily. If not, very difficult. So therefore, upeksha deha sthitim, give up all these worries about this body. It's not worth it. And what you should do, brahmatmaikyam upetya tanmayataya akanda vritya anisham, akanda vritya, by continuously contemplating, without any break, continuously contemplating on that Brahma Atma Aikyam. So the oneness between the Brahma and Atma, you attain that tanmayataya by becoming that. See, this is the beauty of the self. So when you contemplate on it, then this Aikya Bhavam is not anymore a thought. You become that. Meaning you realize that you are not the self of this body mind, you are the self of all. This is your own experience. It will be your own experience. See, tanmayataya means by becoming that. By becoming that, you abide there. But this can happen only what? Cha akanda vritya, by continuously contemplating on that. Akanda vritya means without any break, unbroken contemplation. May you brahmanandarasam pribha atmani muda. May you drink, piba means may you drink that brahmanandarasam. Mudha means which swells in the heart. Ponguhiradu, pongalo pongal. So which swells in your heart, that brahmanandarasam, which is swelling in the heart, that you piba, that you drink. Shunyehi kim anyai brisham. All the other things, how does it matter? Shunyehi, it is nothing. Means it is all useless. Shunyehi, it's all nothing. Other things, kim anyaihi. Anyaihi means other things. How does it matter? It's all nothing. Brisham, it's all false. Out of your own delusion, you have projected all these things. So the only truth is what? Your own self. That self is the self of all. So continuously think about it, contemplate about it, and then drink the Paramananda, the bliss which is swelling in your own heart. And why should you seek all these petty things? Anyway, which are temporary, which are fleeting, and which may perish, and which cannot satisfy you. So this is the beauty of it. It cannot satisfy. Howsoever you try, you may take so many janmas and try. You have tried already for so many janmas. Inna buddhi varla. You may try for another few janmas. That Yayati, you remember that Bhagavatam? After indulging in pleasure for so many years also, then he was never satisfied. So he writes Yayati Geetam. Yayati Geetam is there. He sings, saying that, alas, how fool I am. So I was indulging, but still I am not satisfied. After so many years, indulging day and night. So this is like trying to put off the fire with a ghee. That's what he expresses. That's what he says there. So therefore, this will lead you nowhere. All these, bandha, the bondages. So like a grandfather advising to his grandson, Shankaracharya is advising to us. Chitram vatataror mule vruddha shishya gurur yuva. Gurostu maunam vyakhyanam shishyastu chinna samshaya. Gurur yuva. On the day we saw, only 16-year-old Adi Shankara is advising to us, all of us. Vruddha. Vruddha means old people. So he is advising to us. How beautifully advising. So please, you always fix the mind in the lakshya, the goal. Do not forget it. And let the sense organs be in their own places. Don't move the body and don't too much worry about the body. Always think about the Aikya Bhavam, Brahma Atma Aikya Bhavam, and become that. Because when you contemplate on that, you become that. Like the worm which is contemplating on the wasp. So the worm becomes the wasp. Similarly, Tanmayataya, having become that, enjoy the Anandarasam, Brahmanandarasam, Pibha, Shunyaihi Kim Anyai Brisham. And what else? All the other things are Brisham. It's all your own mental projection. And Shunyaihi. It has nothing to offer you actually. See, this you must understand. See, everything has its own guna. Guna means what? For example, mango means it is sweet. If it is a raw mango, it is sour. But some people like sweetness, some people like sour things. Some people don't like sweet things. See? So, the sweet or sourness is not giving you happiness. Please. You like, your vasana is in tune with that sweetness. So, you are enjoying means what? You are appreciating it. Your vasana, if it is in tune with the sour things, you appreciate only the manga, the raw mango. See? For somebody else, the raw mango is giving not happiness. But the other, it is giving happiness. Means what? It is not in the mango. See, that is what it is said. What is Anandamaya Kosha? Whatever may be your vasana, when it aligns with the guna of the object, then this Anandamaya Kosha only expresses happiness, we saw. It is not coming from the object. It is coming from the within. So what can it offer? It can offer the taste of sweetness or sourness. But the taste is a taste, mano vikaram. It is not happiness. See, this is what we have to understand clearly. See, after so much of contemplation, somehow by God's grace, we understood this fact. Please listen carefully. This nobody will explain to you this minutely. The mango is ripe, it is sweet. The sweetness is the guna of the mango. Guna means the quality of the mango. The raw mango is sour. The guna is that sourness. So, if the happiness is in that sweetness, it should give same joy to everybody? No. Some people don't like that sweetness. Atita mark is sweet, I don't like it. Some people want spicy. Some people like sour. Especially a pregnant woman, she likes only the sour things, they say. Is that not so? So, when your vasana or guna, that is called as guna, let us say, your vasana, if it is in tune with the guna of those objects, then you feel something happy. What has happened there? The taste is not giving you happiness. Somehow the vasana is in tune, you got the desired object, so the Anandamaya Kosha is expressing there. That's what Bhagavan is trying to explain. It is not in the object, it is come from within. So Anandamaya Kosha means what? The reflection of the Ananda when it kisses the Ajnana Vritti. What is the Ajnana Vritti here? There is a joy in the object, is Ajnana Vritti here. What is Ajnana Vritti here? Oh, there is a wonderful joy in these objects. This is Ajnana Vritti. So when it is kissed by the reflected Ananda from within, that is called as Anandamaya Kosha. That expresses Ananda as some sort of joy. But actually what is there? You have tasted something sour, full stop. You have tasted something sweet, full stop. But then mind creates, this is good, this is bad according to your vasana. And I enjoyed it. See? Very clear. So therefore, what is the world has got to offer to you? Nothing. Guna guneshu vartante iti matva na sajjate. Bhagavad Gita says. What is this sense indulgence? Guna guneshu vartante. This guna, this vasana is in tune. Guneshu vartante. In the quality of those objects. That is all. Iti matva na sajjate. The Mahatma, he is not moved by all these sense pleasures. Because he knows very clearly that the world has got nothing to offer. In fact, it is a projection of my own mind. So how can it offer anything? Everything is projection of my own mind. So everything has an equal value. So the Ganga Jala and the Jala which is in the ditch, both are same. See, in the Vyavahara it may have different utility. See, that is a different thing. But what is it actually? Nothing but Brahman only. Or it is all Chuma, mind's creation. If you see it as Akara, name and form, it is mind's creation. If you see it as an essential thing, it is Brahman only.
Stinks.
Yeah, that stinking odor is odor. You only say it is not good. Why should it be not good? I tell you one more thing. No, I'll tell you one more thing. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said a very beautiful example. That woman who sells a fish, for her, without that basket full of fish, she cannot sleep. For her, it is true also. See, you say it is stinking, but for her, it is wonderful smell. And this karuvad, that dried fish, dried fish horribly stinks for us. But some people enjoy that taste and that smell. How wonderful, how it is. And in Sri Lankan restaurants, you cannot step in.
No.
Smells very horribly, but people are very happy about it. And they want to always sprinkle that everywhere. No, you are saying. So therefore, it is all our own minds. I am telling you, very sincerely I am telling you. It is all our own minds, likes and dislikes only. What the mind can like, can dislike is very peculiar. You cannot imagine what the mind can like or it can dislike. A person can be very good, very dharmishta, very nice person. Some people hate them. Why? Somehow they cannot stand somebody good. What can you say? Yes.
What puts you off sometimes when you go in, it can be like a durian fruit.
Yeah, that is true, but I know, so all non-veg also is there.
In durian?
No, all non-veg also is there. In the restaurants I am saying.
I am talking about durian.
Durian I know. Oh my God, somebody offered me. I ran away.
In the inside fruit is delicious.
Delicious, see? He is saying delicious. Fruit may be tasting delicious. Smell is very obnoxious. Very, very. Durian, my God. In Sri Lanka, my God. Somebody pushed me. No, you have to smell and you have to eat it. Arey, this is a punishment. I know. So, therefore, it is guna guneshu vartante. So the woman who is selling fish, for her, the smell of the fish can only put her into sleep. The lullaby like. See, one more thing, some people cannot stand the smell of jasmine. For some people, jasmine means what? Wonderful. But some people like me, it's really very intense smell, which I don't like that kind of smell. What is this? Too smelly. And sometimes people apply some oil, which is very smelly. And in Western countries, they really hate all these things. It's very smelly. People cannot go near. And there are some very good oil here, which is very smelly, very intense smell, odor. Some people may not like it. And you are disturbing others, actually speaking. So, it all depends. And Western fellows, they call us Indians, means, they don't like this curry smell, the smell of a curry. Not only, there's other spices also we add. This curry smell they don't like. And we cook, and only curry smell comes. It's English curry. I'm not talking about Tamil curry. Tamil curry means meat. Yeah. Curry means meat. Kai curry. Curry kodunga abdina, give me meat. Kai curry means vegetable. In a slang. So therefore, it is all subjective. So my vasanas come in tune with the guna of the object. That is an imagination that can give me happiness. Because I compare it with my experience. And somehow I have formed an idea that this is happiness. So whenever I take, I enjoy it. I enjoy it means what? I am only tasting. See, if you analyze it very clean, very thoroughly, that taste is realized, or means what? I am aware of that sweetness. Who told you sweetness is happiness? We only equate sweetness to happiness and bitterness to sorrow. But some people like pavaka, like anything, bitter God, they enjoy bitter God. Some people are there who can enjoy bitter God. So it is all subjective. As I told you the other day, the German fellow cannot taste tamarind rice. He will spit on your face. What is this nonsense you are cooking? This you are eating? But we enjoy tamarind rice. What does it mean? How can tamarind rice give happiness or sorrow? It can give you only the taste of whatever it is. But you interpret it as good or bad, or giving you happiness or sorrow. But it is not in the object. But you know what? It is not as simple as this. The mind can give you 100 arguments. Swamiji, you do not know anything about the world. We have enjoyed world. That is happiness. You don't know. You may argue endlessly. But it is all vasanadi only. According to the vasanas only. So therefore, vasana only creates an object.
It's memory.
Vasanas, impressions only. Yeah, everything is included there in vasana. So in vasana only creates the object and the idea that it has got joy content also. This is called a sankalpa. Imagination. The vasanas, they create an object and also joy content in it. And also, please remember, and also an illusory pleasure in it when you taste it or when you indulge in it. This is called as vasana. If the vasanas are not there, you know what? It is Brahman only. Everything is Brahman only. Everything is same. Brahman is same in everything. So there is no taratamya. It is same everywhere. So it is only Brahma Swarupam. It is only one's own self. But it is seen as something different which can give you happiness or sorrow. That is all the projection of the mind. Because of the vasanas. Because different people have got different sort of vasanas. You understand? Therefore, shunyehi kim anyai brusham. Other things are shunyehi, nothing, he says. Shunyehi. It is all delusion. Your own mind's projection. Brusham means mind's projection. So the idea that there is happiness in the world is your mind's projection. See, I go by Bhagavan's words. In Who Am I, in that book, Who Am I, he says, இந்த உலகத்தில் துளியானும் ஆனந்தம் என்பதே கிடையாதுன்னு சொல்றார். There is no happiness in this world, he says. It is everything is Atmanandam only. So Atmanandam only expresses through the mind in the sleep also and in the sense indulgence also. So in the Anandamaya Kosha we have seen clearly Priya, Moda, Pramoda. It expresses in different degrees when the desirable object presents itself in front of us. When we are able to really enjoy it, it expresses in different degrees. So when you know that, why are you running after it? When you yourself are the Brahmananda, why can't you drink that Ananda Rasa? Why are you running after the fleeting pleasures which cannot give you anything? There is nothing there actually. Carnal neer. It is like a mirage water, but because of our Viveka, you are running after it. But this is the real Viveka. When you know it is nothing, then you withdraw and you drink the Brahmananda Rasa, which swells in your own heart. See, Muda means which swells in your own heart. Now, moving on to the next verse, 380th verse. Anatma chintanam tyaktva kashmalam dukkha karanam chintayatmanam ananda rupam yanmukti karanam anatma chintanam tyaktva kashmalam dukkha karanam chintayatmanam ananda rupam yanmukti karanam anatma chintanam tyaktva. Give up this anatma chintana. Anatma chintana means to think about the worldly things, the sense objects. So give up, because it has got nothing to offer you. It is only the projection of your own mind. So anatma chintanam tyaktva. Anatma chintanam, not only sense object. Whatever your vasana, meaning if you are so attached to sports, cricket, that is also anatma chintanam. If you are attached to politics, see, following politics is not sin, but some people go overboard, always debating about it, discussing about it. The mind space is filled with local politics, national politics, international politics. And then it leads you nowhere. Your mind is so clouded with all those ideas. So anatma chintanam tyaktva. See, you might have seen even Kanchi Paramacharya, like great masters, going through the newspaper. There are some photos. And even Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, seeing the newspaper, that is a photo like that. It is not, they also just go through it. There is nothing wrong in it. But when you get involved or immersed in it, following it, and then, analyzing and understanding and debating, it has no meaning. See, you have to be aware. As a citizen also, you have to be aware what's happening around, but not required to jump, into it. So therefore, all these vasanas, anatma chintanam only. Everything is anatma chintanam. And to gossip about somebody, not at all required. Anatma chintanam. Anatma chintanam tyaktva. Give up all the anatma chintanam. Kashmalam dukkha karanam. Kashmalam means what? It is always mixed with sorrow. Kashmalam. It is not pure. Ennachu? Pigeons. You have to do something about it.
He's supposed to bring the net tent, or the tent I told you. You also have spoken.
Yeah. We cannot push beyond a point, we will see. But that has to be done. So, anatma chintanam tyaktva, kashmalam dukkha karanam. Always mixed with sorrow, misery only. Anatma chintanam. Therefore, tyaktva, giving up all the anatma chintanam. Chintayam atmanam ananda rupam. You think about the Atma, the self, which is ananda rupam. There no pigeons fly. Atma the self, Atma chintanam. Chintayam atmanam ananda rupam. Yen mukti karanam. That leads you to the bliss, that leads you to the liberation, the mukti padam. Therefore, he says, my dear son or my dear daughter, anatma chintanam tyaktva. Give up all this anatma chintanam. Thoughts about the world and worldly things, which is kashmalam, not pure. Why? Always mixed with sorrows. See, you think it is good, you think it is wonderful, and you go and get involved, then you realize, aha, it is not that great, and it is leading to sorrow only. See, that is why some people are very intelligent, very wise people. They don't get involved with any ashramas or any institutions. See, it is good to serve, but invariably you get hurt and you suffer. See, most of the time because of our foolishness only, but it leads to dukkha. So some people are very intelligent, wise. They say, Swamiji, sorry, we will come and listen. Whatever we can contribute, we will contribute, but leave us alone. We don't belong to anywhere. That's good. In a way, because whenever you involve yourself in these worldly things, it's kashmalam. It's not pure, it's impure, and always mixed with dukkha karanam, sorrows, miseries. And atmanam, chintayam atmanam, which is ananda rupam. So this is not mixed with any sorrow. It is always ananda rupam. Independent is bliss, dependence is sorrow. Total independence. Because there is nothing to condition the self. So it is Ananda Swarupam. Yen Mukti Karanam, that leads you to the liberation. The other things lead you to only the bondage. Anatma Chintanam. So Atma Chintanam leads you to liberation. Esha Swayam Jyotirashesha Sakshi. Vijnana koshe vilasatyajastram Lakshyam vidhayainam asadvilakshanam Akanda vrutyatmatayanubhavaya Yesha swayam jyotirashesha sakshi Vijnana koshe vilasatyajastram Lakshyam vidhayainam asadvilakshanam Akanda vrutyatmatayanubhavaya Yeshaha swayam jyotihi. This Paramatma, this self, is self-effulgent. Swayam jyotihi. Ashesha sakshi. It is a witness of all, without any exception. Asesha sakshi. Witness of all, meaning it illumines everything. Vijnana koshe vilasati ajastram. It is always shining in the Vijnanamaya kosha. Meaning what? In the buddhi, it shines as a reflected consciousness. Ajastram ever. Lakshyam vidhayenam asadvilakshanam. So keep this as your goal. This is the goal. Always you should keep in your heart. So asadvilakshanam. It is something different from asad, which is perishing. Akanda vrittaya, atmataya, anubhavaya. Anubhavaya. Akanda vrittya means by continuously, uninterruptedly contemplating on it. Atmataya, anubhavaya. You realize this as your own self. Anubhavaya. See? Atmataya. See, very clearly Shankara says, Atmataya. You can realize this only as Atma, the self, not anything else. So, Atmataya anubhavaya. Akanda vrittya means what? Kanda means what? We think about it and then we forget. We think about it and then forget. Vittu karudalin arunai vilchivor vittidadunnale undipara. Visheshamam unnale undipara. Bhagavan says in Upadesa Undiyar. He says vittu karudal means you think about it and then there is a gap. There is a forgetfulness. And then you think about it. This was vittu karudal. Vidadu unnal means what? Continuously, without any break, think about it. Like Aru nei vilchipol. Aru means the water flows in the river continuously. Na? Similarly, the ghee. When you transfer the ghee, the clarified ghee, means the ghee which is in the liquid form, when you pour it in another vessel, how it, the uluk, the dhara, it's continuous. Like that, without any break, if you contemplate on the self continuously, then you can realize this as Atma, the self. So by that, Akanda vrittaya, Atmataya, Anubhavaya, you realize this self as your own self. See, that is why our Mahatmas, the great masters, they are like that, Why? They know Atma Samrajyam is here and is independent and you don't need anything from the world. So having enjoyed that bliss, for them all this is nonsense. They don't even care for this. And they abide there. And all the siddhis come to them. They don't care. Everything happens around, but they don't care for anything because already they have got everything inside. So when you're totally satisfied, then why should you do anything? And you know that all this is all your mind's projection. What is there to do? So they are very contented, but somehow we don't understand. For some reason, we don't know. They are very compassionate. Now only you said everything is not there. We don't know. For some reason, they are very always ready to share this knowledge. One thing you find in all Mahatmas, very common factor, they are always ready to share this experience, this knowledge with everyone. without any reservation. Like Ganga, it's just running. It's available for everyone. The Ganga Mata doesn't say, no, you are a Chandala, you should not come here, you should not drink water. It will never say, hey, he's a Brahmana, give him some more water. No, it just flows. And whoever goes, they can drink. They can drink to the heart's content. See, here we now we talk about, oh, don't waste water, don't waste water. There you go, water, oh, water. My God. It's all abundant. Abundance. You know. Similarly, I go to US, and then in that Chicago, you see that Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan. My God, it is not a lake. It is ocean. You feel as if it is an ocean. You won't see the other shore actually. We have seen lake means what? A chinna lake. But it is, they say called a lake. But is it a lake? My God. My God. First time when you go and see, you are stunned. What is this? They call it as a lake, but this is not a lake. But all fresh water. Imagine. They have got 5 lakes like that. So big, huge lakes they have got. So there is no this thing for water for them. See, they are blessed that way. And we build all buildings in our lakes. We have got small lakes. And we put up buildings. And we say there is no water. And then you give water in the lorry, and there also you make money. Abundance. Water is there in Ganges. It flows with so much of joy it flows. Drink to your heart's content. So, this Atma Tirtham is there. It's swelling in your heart. Just drink to your heart's content. Why do you want to run for this Arpa, Sukha, when there is nothing in it actually? So this is the advice. So, Lakshyam Vidhaya, Enam Asad Vilakshanam, this which is not Asat, which is Sat, Akhanda Vrittaya, Atmataya Anubhavaya, by continuous contemplation on the self, may you realize the self in your own heart as your own self. That is the instruction given here. Eta machinnaya vritya pratyayantara shunyaya ullekayan vijaniyat swaswarupataya sputam eta machinnaya vritya pratyayantara shunyaya ullekayan vijaniyat swaswarupataya sputam etam achinnaya vritya. Once again, achinnaya means what? Unbroken. Chinna means what? It is cut in between. Achinna means uncut, unbroken. Achinnaya vritya, with continuous flow of thought towards the one lakshya, that is the Atma Tattvam. Pratyayantara shunyaya, meaning what? Without the intervention of any other diverse thoughts. Pratyayantara shunyaya. Shunyaya means without. In the intervention of diverse thoughts, some other thoughts. You continuously contemplate on it. But it will not happen in the beginning. Please understand. Because we have spoilt our mind. So, immediately it will not come back. So, when you contemplate, yes, the mind may go out into some other channels. But patiently we have to bring it back again and again. And try to keep it in the heart. After some time, with Vairagya, Abhyasa and Vairagya, what happens? Unbroken concentration can happen. So as we have learned today, Vairagya is very essential. I don't want anything from the world outside because it has nothing to offer me. With this resolution, we have to sit and continuously contemplate. or give the attention to the self continuously. And then what happens? Ullekayan vijhaniyat. In your own heart, you realize this Atma, the self. Swaswarupataya sputam. It shines as one's own self. One's own self means what? Beyond the body-mind, beyond this personality. It shines as one's own self. Sputam, clearly it shines. There is no doubt. See, we are used to only this frame of reference where the experiencer and experienced are available as something separate. When you glide into that state where there is no bheda between the experiencer and experienced, there is no difference, that is a unique experience. Sputam, it is very clear. You cannot miss it unless you sleep. Sometimes people sleep and then they say, Swami, I had a wonderful, peaceful meditation, they say. They don't know they have slept also. They say, I had a very peaceful meditation. Okay, if you are happy about it, we are also happy. Because most of the people can't sleep also. See, nowadays, this Brahma Jnana can wait, I suppose. We have to teach them how to sleep. Yoga Nidra. Nidra is, we have to teach them, it seems. See, I am telling you, it's a serious problem. When you can't sleep, what you can do? The mornings you are very disturbed, very dull, and you get irritated. For no reason you get irritated. If you don't have proper sleep in the night, unnecessarily you get perturbed and irritated in the morning. And you show it off to the people around you. Is that not so? So getting a proper sleep, decent sleep, is very, very important. Getting a proper decent sleep is very, very important. So therefore, beyond this Brahma Jnanam, we have to teach how to be with oneself. Ullekayan vijhaniyat swaswarupataya sputam. So then the self is very clear without any doubt. Okay. Atratmatvam dhridi kurvan ahamadishu santyajan udhasinataya teshu tishtet sutaghatadivat atratmatvam dhridi kurvan ahamadishu santyajan udhasinataya teshu tishtet sutaghatadivat. Atra atmatvam dhridi kurvan ahamadishu santyajan. Atra means in the Paramatmani, in the real self, atmatvam dhridi kurvan. Meaning what? The idea of the self should be firm. Ahamadishu santyaja. And this ahamadishu means what? The ego self. Aham. Adishu means etc. Which is coming along with it. Santyaja. Give up. Udhasinataya teshu tishtet. Meaning you be indifferent to all the other things. Udhasinataya. Indifference means what? Ud asinavad asinaha. Rise above. Udhasina means rise above. See, like I am doing now. Like what? Some people are listening carefully. Some people are lost in their own minds. Some people are seeing something. So, udhasina means what? You rise above what you can do. So after coming all the way to learn Vedanta, if your mind is distracted and you are always, looking here and there, then what we can do? That is your prarabdha. So we have to rise above. Otherwise we get disturbed. Is it not so? So udhasinataya means, chalo yaar, chhod do yaar. This world is like that. It's always like that. You know? Some people are sincere, they are focused. Some people are chumma. Chumma, they have come for poludhuboku, for time pass. Some people don't have anything else to do in their life. So they have come here just to chumma. So you get this thing, but you have to accept it. So udhasinataya, you should say all this is okay. Chhod do yaar. Udhasinataya, teshu tishtet, sfuta ghatativad. Like you are indifferent to the broken pot. See, if the pot is at least, in a proper shape, you can use it. If it is broken pot, will you care for it? Broken it is already. You cannot use it. So you don't mind. So like that, let it be. See how beautiful example given. See, udhasinataya means what? You have to be indifferent. How? Tishtet, like what? Sputa gathativat, like the broken pot. So you just ignore. What else you can do? So, except Atma, the self, everything else is just nothing, your own mind's projection. So therefore, be indifferent and then just ignore it and be in your own self. So this is the message given out here. Atra atmatu nridi kurvan. See, this you cannot do without firmly establishing in yourself. See, if you are not firmly established in yourself, you are always distracted by the world only. Then always you ask why it is happening this way, why it is happening that way, this, that. You go on asking. But when you are firmly established in the Atma, the self, and when you have given up the Aham Adishu, then whatever is happening, it doesn't matter. Udhasina vadasina. He remains indifferent to all. And his lakshya is what? Only the self. So he is abiding in the self. See, this is not selfishness. You know why? Selfishness means what? Considering this body mind to be oneself and then only catering to the demands of the personality, the body mind. That is selfishness. When this Mahatma has transcended body mind, when he is in the self, which is the self of all, he can never be selfish. In fact, he has become all. How can he be selfish? He can never be. Some people may confuse you. Hey, you are also selfish only, always talking only about self, self, self. See the world, how much it is suffering. There are so many wars going on, and you are saying selfish, self, 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 and you are very selfish. Come on, yeah, do something to this world. Help this world out. You cannot help this world if you are egoistic. Whatever help you are providing is only puja of your own ego. You are only doing ego's aradhana. You are not serving the world. I am telling you. Only when you go beyond your own personality, you can serve the world. Otherwise, how can you serve the world? You are only serving yourself, your own ego, your own vanity. You are serving actually. So therefore, it is not selfishness. Going beyond body mind is actually becoming totally selfless, unselfish. See, once there was some sort of argument between myself and another person. See, Swami Vivekananda, what he has said? He has said, after everybody getting realized only, I want to get realized. So I will send everybody to the moksha samrajya. Then I will go last. This is what is spirituality, Swamiji. You are all very selfish. Bhagavan says, don't worry about anybody. And you, vanda velaye gavani. You focus attention on yourself and you realize the self. Is it not selfish? See, sorry, I am a very controversial person. Don't take it in the wrong spirit. Whatever said and done, Vivekananda was a great saint, no doubt about it, but he's a very emotional person. He's a very emotional person. That is good. To be emotional is good, not bad actually. He's very intelligent and very buddhiman, discriminative person, but also very emotional person. His heart is very different. It weeps for the fellow beings. Those time, India was in a very different state. Like, enslaved. and all ignorance and starvation, everything. Dark age. So he could not tolerate all those things. So he was really weeping. So his heart is something different. So when he makes a statement, it has got a different flavor. It is in different context. So we should not take it literally. When Bhagavan says, you know, Vandaveliya Gavani, why he says Vandaveliya Gavani? Because from the highest standpoint, everything will be taken care. And you are not the doer. You are not the enjoyer. Yes, if you can help, it's fine. But that should not be an excuse for you to always indulge in the world. To allow the mind always to be in the world. See, some people, for them, this is an excuse. The mind plays so many tricks. So, I am only serving the world. Now, okay, you go on serving the world, but then what? You are serving only the ego. With the ego, when you try to serve, you are serving only the ego actually. So, even the service you can do only when you go selfless, when you become selfless. See, that is what from the higher standpoint, all this is the projection of the mind, Maya Karya. So, he says, the Lord, that's what he says in a very polished language, the Lord will take care. Bhagavan says, the one who has created knows how to run his show. He will take it. It doesn't mean that we don't have any responsibility. Wherever we can help in whatever way we have to. There is no doubt about that. Everybody has been doing this, all the great Mahatmas. But this should not be an excuse to always go into the world and say, you know, you have to help everybody. Only after everybody getting realized, I am going to realize means what? What is the meaning of that? So, you don't want to improve at all. You don't want to focus attention on yourself at all. Always want to look out. Always want to revel in the world. Then, see, this is what we misunderstand things. And we quote big Mahatmas. And we live our foolish lives.
You can't do it, sir.
So, therefore, we have to be very careful. We should abide in our own self. So that is very, very important. So, tishtet, udasinataya teshu tishtet. Be indifferent to all these things like a broken pot. Om Purnamadha Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.